Woo! Or Chinese song. Simu! Whoop whoop! Hello and welcome to the Preacher Plays live review of Electronauts. You may be wondering, with my recent change in format, why am I doing a live review? Because I used to do live reviews and now I do recorded reviews. Simply, this game doesn't let you record anything to your hard drive, so I've got to do it live. So if this is a bit of a mess, I do apologize. So let's get quickly straight into it. Graphics. First up is graphics. This has got to be one of the sharpest and most impressive kind of clarity of visuals on PSVR. I mean, the whole body, everything up close looks super pin sharp. The art style really lends itself. Survios, you know, they've improved game on game from raw data right the way through Sprint Vector, and now they've got Electronauts, and you can see how they've evolved. You can see how the art style have evolved, and you can see how they've managed to, you know, improve themselves. There's virtually zero aliasing in a distance whatsoever. Everything feels like super smooth. The inverse kinematics are awesome. You can see even got my feet and my body moving. So if I even take a step forwards, if I take a step backwards, my body follows me. You know, they've got this down now. They've got this absolutely down. So graphics super bright and colourful. You can also modify them. Oop, that's vocals. You can also modify them as well. So you can come in here and you can do a full-on hue shift. So you can change all of the colours that you want to. You can then also increase or decrease saturation, so you can go black and white. Plenty of customizable options there. We've got a selfie stick here as well. If I put that on selfie, you can actually see me. So that's the graphics. Onto the gameplay. You may be wondering, what the hell is Electronauts? What is Electronauts? Well, basically it's a VR version of being a DJ. So think Daft Punk. Hang on, let's put that over here. You know, you can be your own Daft Punk. You can get in, you can remix songs, you can you pick a selection of songs. There's over 40 different tracks, 50 different artists. You choose the song, and then you can come into here and you can remix it. And you have a whole bunch of different items that you can do that with. So on the left hand side, we've got our tracks. So this has got our intro, build, drop, trap, deep, etc. But by the way, if you can't hear any music, I turned it off so I could talk first, and I'll show you. You know, I'll bring in the music slowly. So you can bring in the different intros, the drop, the deep part of this trap song. Now you can also bring in the bass, the kick, the percussion. You can mute your tracks. You can choose how you want them to cross fade when between each one. So you know that'll give you a different sound to that one, etc. You've just seen the visuals, which is where I get my handy little stick from. You've got your FX cube, which you can draw patterns out and record patterns, and it'll do different. It'll make the drums sound differently. I'll show you in a bit, but basically, you know, it'll do like a fast sort of like medium, slow, etc. Vocals, they speak for themselves. I turn the vocals on. You'll see the verse will kick in when it loads, and they will start singing. So you'll start hearing the voice. There you go. And you can click on any of these sections for where you want it to start from as well. So, but if you press it a few times, you can kind of do like your own little remix of it. So if I click it a few times, you get the idea. It'll just finish that section because I turned it off, so it has to get to the end of the section before it turns off, because it tries to keep everything in time, you see. On the right hand side here, we have our grenades, which are the sound grenades, so you just chuck them and you get a sound. And these all change per song as well. These are always different per song. Then we've got what, orbs. So if we go to the orbs here, when you hit one of these, let's just turn that off for now. When you hit one of these, they'll make a sound. And in this case, they kind of go up in pitch. You can obviously hit them faster. And then if you hold the move button in, you can record them. So I just move my selfie stick out the way. See how it's recorded the sequence? If you don't like that sequence, you can, if you like your sequence but you want to stop playing, you can mute it. Just use the trigger. I am, Jimith. I am. I'm going to do a set after this. This is just a quick live review. I'm going to do a full set after this. I want to do a bit play about so we can have some more fun. But this is just a quick live review for people who don't know what the game is about. So, thanks for joining in though, pal. So you got your second set of orbs and they'll do different sounds. And we've got a third set of orbs. I'm now, if you haven't noticed, I'm merging both gameplay and controls here. So, what you can also do, if you hold square, you'll see that there are 4 different setups. So at the moment, this is my setup. I've got my arranged tracks, my purple orbs, and my pink orbs. If I go to this, it'll go FX, visuals, and grenades. So if I do that, boop! So there we go, effects, visuals, grenades. Now you can set this up super simply by going, oh, do you know what? I want purple orbs, pink orbs, green orbs. That goes into that set now. So now I've got purple, pink, and green. If I go onto this set, it'll be blank. So then I can just put, I want me effects, I want me arrangement, and I want my vocals. Then you hold square again, boom, right there it is. So when you're in the middle of the track, this can become really important as you get more skilled in the game. You can basically come in here and go, do you know what, I want to quickly jump back to my orbs. Boom, there I go. Then back to my, my original setup. There we go, got a track. And then we can drop back to the FX setup. So you can customize 4 different layouts that you want that you can very quickly switch between, and you can switch song as well. So I'll just go back to the original setup that we've got here. So as I say, that's the gameplay, that's the controls, so that's graphics covered. It's super simplistic, it's very clever. It's like, it's kind of ingenious really as to how, you know, simple it is to set up loops, to set up to start playing the instruments, because it's basically just drumming. But then you get to mix it together. So if you come over here, we've got the intro. If I unmute everything, there, we've got everything going now. So that's bass, kick, percussion, synth, snare. If I go to the drop, you'll see it load, it'll build up, and then we get a different beat. Yep. Now if I want to, I can take, let's go to trap here. So if I want, I can take out percussion and like kick and no, we'll go percussion and snare. So you're just left with the synths and the bass and the kick. Drop it to fully bass. Bring in the synth. And bring in the kick. And obviously you can still play while you're doing all this. And then you bring in the other 2. Obviously wait for your timing. There you go. See? So that's basically the gameplay. So that's how the gameplay works. It's not a game, you don't get any points. There's no rewards other than trophies for doing various things. But the idea of this game is to have fun just being a virtual DJ. So let's just cue something up, and this is probably going to sound terrible. So we'll just unmute everything in here. And we'll just try and have a bit play for a couple of minutes so you can get an idea what it's like. So. If you want to mute that, you can do it here as well. Get a bit of the effects going. Get ready. Then we'll go deep. So you can record new stuff while it's muted as well. That was bad. Sorry, that's my bad. There you go. See, tiny little. That wasn't very great. That wasn't amazing or anything, but there's a lot more you can do with this. And it's super cool, and you can have hours of fun, like super hours of fun. So I'll just mute that again. We'll mute the vocals there. So there you go, you kind of get the idea. Super simple, super simple. And that's what's one of the genius things about this. Now, in my title I put, is it better than Beat Saber? Now, the reason why I say that is Beat Saber looks awesome. Can't wait to try it myself. Don't get me wrong, it looks absolutely awesome, but it's very much like Guitar Hero, where you basically you're hitting stuff in time to things come along. Whereas this, it's similar. You've still got to hit things in time to the beat, you know. And it tries to keep you in the beat as well. It's got a quantization thing which tries to keep everything in the beat. So even if you suck at rhythm, you can still actually have a go with this and enjoy it. So yeah, you've still got to hit things in the beat, but you have an opportunity to kind of remix a song, and you get to change the song. And it just gives you tons and tons of fun. I've absolutely had a blast over the weekend with this, and I've really enjoyed every minute of it. And I highly recommend it. It's a title that not many people are talking about, and it comes out tomorrow. It's out tomorrow, so check it out tomorrow on the PlayStation Store. Give it a look. It is one of the most funnest titles I've seen. I know TrackLab's coming. TrackLab is a full-on featured, as far as I'm aware, a full-on featured music creation. So this game is kind of, you have to think this game is a halfway house. It's more creative than Beat Saber, because you can actually influence the song. You can kind of make your own stuff, but you can in TrackLab you can make your own tunes. So this is halfway in between Beat Saber and TrackLab. I think a lot of people want TrackLab because they want the ability to create a song, but once they find out that it actually, the creation of a song can be quite tedious and require a lot of dedication to actually see it through to the end, because you've got to hear the loops over and over again, you've got to fine-tune things before it sounds awesome. That will frustrate a lot of people, and a lot of people will get bored. Beat Saber might be too simplistic for some people, in which case this is a lovely halfway house. It's right in between the two. It takes skill, but it doesn't take a ton of skill. It's just that nice sort of position. So whilst TrackLab will be for the more experienced musicians and content creators out there, but this game is right in the middle. I mean, imagine this game as well, to put it in different context. Imagine you've got Cool Painter and you're trying to paint something, but with every brush stroke that you make, you're somehow painting the Mona Lisa. You know you're not that good, but you know you don't suck either. But for somehow the game just points your pen in the right direction, so you will start painting something awesome. That's the visual equivalent of what this game does. This is the musical equivalent of what the game does. Before I go, I'll just give you a quick look at the song selection. It's like a virtual DJ. It is definitely like virtual DJ, and it is really, really cool for that. It doesn't lack the customization. It doesn't have the customization like TrackLab probably will. We haven't seen it yet, but it's a total DJ remix tool, and it's awesome if you're into anything like that. We've got various genres here. Yeah, it's just without the decks. It's basically just taking your songs, and this is like virtual decks. That's basically all it is. You're not going to create anything totally brand new, but a lot of people make a good career out of being on the decks, so it doesn't really, it's two different programs with two different reasons to do two different things to satisfy two different types of people. And I think there's room in the world for both, and I just want to highly recommend this game because a lot of people are completely outright ignoring it. I put a review on Reddit today, and a lot of the people were just saying, same as you, Jason, was just saying, I'll just wait for TrackLab. And it's like, well, don't necessarily get rid of, all of your thoughts on this game, because it is really, really a lot of fun. I did. I had a lot of people around yesterday. We all had a party, and everybody left with big smiles on their faces, and they were considering buying a PSVR because they had that much fun with this game. So I'll just quickly run through the genres here. You can see them all here. I'll just quickly go if you want to read them. I'll leave it on screen for a couple of seconds, and then you can pause the video after I finish recording this. So here we go. We'll go to the next page, and we'll go to the final page 4. And there we go, Tropical House to finish off. One song in Tropical House. From what I understand, Survios are planning on adding more songs, more, extra stuff, more artists, and possibly different genres as well, who knows. Survios have been pretty decent upgrading sprint factor, so, expect some decent support. But anyway, that's my review of Electronauts. I absolutely love it. I think there's going to be a lot of people do love it if they give it the chance, so please don't think that, forget about this game, just wait for track lag, because track lag might not be for you either. This might be the game that you're after. And Beat Saber's still a while away yet, and this is such an awesome game. I think it deserves a look. And yeah, so that's my review of this. I'm going to try and have a bit of a set and a bit of play with this after this review, so if you want to stick around, guys, I'm going to be back on in like 5 minutes. Quick toilet break, and then I'll be back. But yeah, thanks very much for tuning in. That was a Preacher Plays Electronauts. It is a really, really good game, and I highly recommend it. I've had tons of fun on this. Thanks very much, guys. I will catch you later.